Welcome, one and all, to Dragon Ball Z Super Android 13. God, I don't like this movie. It's not good. The only good thing to come out of this is we got the green dick is better than blue dick meme, and that's it.
Also, Team 4-star parody.
And well, yeah, and the abridged version, of course.
Yeah, we'll talk about it probably as the film's going because it's boring, but this movie broke my PC.
Yeah, apparently he tried
It's too
loading it up
powerful.
on his DVD drive on his computer, his new one, by the way, and it just crashed File Explorer. Um,
And while trying to boot up the PC, it just refused to boot.
I have fucking no idea why that could be. That's so weird. I mean, it's probably some weird
Funimation gave me a
BIOS.
porn virus.
It's probably some BIOS setting. It's probably being like, oh, let's prioritize the DVD drive, even though the DVD drive doesn't have a fucking bootable image on it. It just has fucking Super Android 13.
It's not what you want to see.
No, it's not. But yeah. As always, well, now he's watching it on Crunchyroll, but I'm still watching it on the DVD version, and he was making fun of me in the first couple of these for having to watch these on my PlayStation 5, but it worked out. It worked out in my favor. I'm not having a weird issue with Android 13.
Fair
But
enough. If I have a
yeah,
weird issue, I want Android 18 to come and solve it. Ooh.
she would just snap your neck. Probably.
She can snap my neck all she wants.
You Anyway. We're ignoring that. We're just gonna get right into this one because I want to get it over with. So, everyone, press play on the invisible go. Three, two, one. Waves and fucking rocks, bitch. Oh yeah, by the way, we're watching the full Japanese audio this time. Forgot to mention that. But
Hooray! There's a
wow, that
fly on
was
my monitor.
fucking hard cut from the Waves and Rocks intro. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in your physical real world. We're in Dragon Ball world right now.
Oh my. I
Why does it look
think you have to get that
worse?
checked out. What?
It looks worse than the anime.
I know they reanimated this, but I don't think
Okay, well that
they don't
kick
have.
looked pretty good and the head rolling.
Yeah, I
But
think
like
this is
that
gonna have similar issues to Cooler's. The return of Cooler.
the android's faces just look insanely fucking off here. Bro,
This is
you
why it
didn't
needed to be reanimated, so we could have this.
I mean they could have just added the scene with the blood and reused the other animation, but whatever.
See, but then everyone would be bitching that they're reusing animation. People really hate that.
Where's Cell? Or is this a separate secret sub lab?
Alternate universe.
We're not having this argument again.
Alternate
This will this would be the
universe.
fucking third movie in a row if we did that shit. We're not doing it
Because
again.
you keep asking dumb questions and I have to respond.
Okay, well, you also ask dumb questions about these movies, and I don't fucking complain.
Well,
It's
that's your
just more
decision.
interesting to talk about it like that.
I disagree.
溶けた顔よなかり
You're just synced from me, and you're probably just synced from the audience, and I want you to feel bad.
Oh no, it'll be synced for me. That's all I
No, it
care
won't because
about.
there's no audio.
It'll line up with the video.
I guess.
Because I know.
Anyways, we're in the best segment of the movie right now, the intro. It's all downhill from here.
Unfortunately, you are correct. I was almost going to suggest we skip this one, but then what would be the point of this whole series if we skipped one of the movies? Hmm.
Look, this is the lowest it gets. And after this, we got Broly, so it's okay.
I'm sure someone, if they discover this channel and find these videos, they're going to complain that we didn't do the Dragon Ball movies. But then we'd still be like at the
Are like three of the Dragon Ball movies just retellings of different arcs? I don't care.
No, there's only 3. And I believe the first one, they go on a completely unique adventure.
Then that's the only one I'd watch. If it's a redoing of the arc, I don't want to commentate over it because it's like, yeah, that's cool, but it's usually too short.
I mean, it's fun to compare and contrast.
Also, what does the title Curse of the Blood Rubies even mean? Is that referring to the Dragon Balls? But they still call them Dragon Balls in the movie.
No, I think there are things called blood rubies.
Isn't that one just? I'm pretty sure that one's just a retelling of the first arc of Dragon Ball.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know Path of Power is the retelling of.
Okay, well, Path of Power was made during the GT era, and that's a retelling of the first arc, and it's a combination of the Red Ribbon arc.
Right.
But that is considered a GT movie, even though it retells the original.
That was a wonderful sight of images on his sunglasses there.
Sometimes I wish to peer into Roshi's mind, and then I remember I'm a normal functioning human being.
See, but it looks like they're having fun.
Yeah, I don't really get why Trunks wasn't in the previous movie.
They just kind of forgot about him, I guess.
I think they were just going for the like Namek saga vibes, even though it was in the middle of the Android saga.
Well, probably because there was nothing that Trunks really did at that point to give him like abilities. You know, at this point in the series, Trunks had abilities, but by the previous movie, I think all he had done was appeared, pulled out his sword, wrecked some shit, and was gone.
Well, no, he did the weird like gang sign thing before he blasted Frieza as well.
Point is, not enough moves, I guess, to really have an established character for these movies. But it's okay, because he's going to be in the next 2.
See, but these movies are always constantly putting in pointless references and like fan servicey things just to get people to hype up about him. I have never seen Trunks with this expression, by the way, and he's had this expression on like the entire time so far.
Because you've never seen him shopping. He's always dead serious.
Like, why are we doing this in the middle of an android assault?
Oh, hey, a scene where it's only Masako Nozawa in the booth. Chi-Chi's there too, never mind.
Yeah, I was about to ask. She's Masako Nozawa is not Chi-Chi, so
honestly, she could be at this point.
Yeah. And I know I harp on this like every time, but the quality of these fucking DVDs is horrible. I know it's old ass film, but
honestly, the scans on Crunchyroll I'm watching right now are pretty darn good.
That's good. The one I'm watching on the DVD is so grainy and low quality.
Yeah, because unfortunately we're going to get above 480.
Yeah, it's 480, but it's also, zoomed in.
Yeah, I started seeing Blu-rays out now for some of the movies, but they're not like the full packs of the DVD, like the DVDs. They're just random movies thrown together. It's like the Broly special or the Cooler
Hmm.
saga or something, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not all of them movies. So I'm like, well, what's the point? If they ever do like just a single Blu-ray with all the movies on it, that would be perfect.
Huh. Okay, well that was a cool shot, at least. I'm just walking through the bus like it's nothing. That's like Kenshiro shit.
Frankly, these are the cooler androids. I kind of like these guys. They've been more interesting.
Son Goku.
So at least they have
I,
great designs.
I've never heard their JP voices, so that was weird.
I can't imagine any voice outside of the Team 4-Star voice for that guy.
I'm extremely racist.
The other one just can't speak. That's okay.
Dude, his sheer image cannot be captured on film.
It was captured for a bit, to be fair. Took a while to be destroyed.
No, the other guy.
Oh, the big guy, yeah.
Yeah, he walked by and the fucking TVs just exploded. So do they have like Z fighter radar or something?
These are the only ones with who can read key.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because movie universe, so it's not a problem.
Well, why aren't they suppressing their key?
They are. You can have it suppressed as much as you want, but no matter what, it's going to be higher than the standard Earthlings. That's what you got to look for. Like, you can suppress your key as much as you want, but at a certain point, that muscle is going to. You just can't do anything about it. It's out.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Like, it makes sense on Namek, because on Namek, the Namekians are pretty strong. So you can get yourself a bit lower than that and appear like a child. On Earth, though, no one's strong. The strongest guy is Mr. Satan. And he's not even well, yeah, he is actually a thing right now.
Well, no, not necessarily yet.
It does not exist in the series yet, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm sure the movie staff didn't even know he would exist, because I'm sure at this point in time, Toriyama didn't know he would exist. Because that's just how he does
things. He was in the back of Toriyama's head, just being like, can I do this? Can I have comedy in my comedy series once again, Mr. Editor?
Pretty please. Well, Goku eating spaghetti and meatballs. He's feeling Italian today.
It is always weird going from the sub version to the dubs. Because the dubs audio were recorded like over a decade later.
Yeah.
So the quality is just so much higher. It's like I got an even worse effect when I watched the dub for Gunbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a 90s OVA series that was never dubbed or was redubbed for a 2023 release. So you can just imagine the difference in mic quality.
Yeah. Yeah, because these old JP recordings are just fucking horrible sounding.
Well, they only exist in mono.
I know.
For like I swear, even in the 2000s, and whenever you went to the JP dialogue, it was always in mono.
And they'd probably never do a re-recording of it, just because a lot of, well, like, I know Roshi's original actor passed away. And there's probably been a few more who have passed away. I just don't know. So yeah, they'd never do a re-recording. It would come down to if we ever got like a proper, like a more modern recording for a Dragon Ball JP dub.
Did you see Goku's face there?
Yeah, Goku's had some funky faces in this so far. Look at him. But yeah, like a re-recording would come down to them deciding to remake Dragon Ball or reanimate it. Uh, but that's the only way it would happen. They would never re-record it and just use the old anime. I don't think.
Hmm.
And they're never ever going to remake these movies, to be fair. So
Cool robot effects. Yep,
they
I
have
can fuck him
built-in
up.
scouters.
They just have to verify once more in extreme fashion that he was Goku.
No, I think it's just dramatic effect. Why do they keep pausing every second? It's a very rhythmic battle.
It's got to be in time with the music. I don't know.
You ever like imagine like you're listening to a song and you imagine like a cool battle scene in your head? I do that a lot, and I can't help but make every part of it like to the beat of the song, even though an actual fight scene wouldn't necessarily do that.
Hmm. I listen to a lot of 90s and 2000s new metal, and all I can imagine is someone sitting in a room screaming and crying.
Ah! You have no imagination. Shaking my head.
I'm sorry, it just matches the vibe of the music. It's either really pissed off or really depressed.
Huh. So this is like the equivalent of several 9/11s happening right now.
Well, I haven't seen a building collapse,
They've gone through several.
but it hasn't collapsed.
You don't know that. They cut away too fast.
Yeah, I don't know. So therefore, Schrodinger's cat applies. We can't apply anything. We don't know.
The top half of that building collapsed.
But not the whole thing, so it doesn't count. Now, however, if like 4 more buildings were to collapse half their way, then you could equate it as being the same.
I think in the
Unless you
Dragon
got to also have an equivalent number of floors in them too. So then we got to add all that in.
I think in the Dragon Ball universe, they just have better designed buildings to be more equipped for, really strong people flying through them. I feel like, the king dog guy, he would, put that into effect at some point.
This is not the movie I need heroic dramatics in, especially in regards to Gohan and Chi Chi. So why is it here every time?
Uh...
All right, but that was good.
Chi Chi jump scare. I know it's just visual gags, but I always find it funny that the Goku or Chi Chi and Bulma can hurt all these fucking planet busters.
Just how it works. When you fuck a
they,
Saiyan, you get a bit of their power.
True. No, I think it's just like since they like Chi Chi and Bulma have been around so long and they've beat up the strong characters so much, their power level is just actually abnormally high.
Their power levels is just the infinity symbol, so no one fucks with them.
Yeah.
Except for that time when Boo actually killed Chi Chi. I always forget that happens. It's kind of dark. Okay, that was a thing. There's so many random touches in these movies that's
yeah,
weird.
but they
Now we
can't
have to
draw
scan Trunks.
but they can't draw the faces correctly. I think their priorities were in order.
There's got to be a combined 2 minutes worth of just random data sounds. and computer sounds in this movie.
Well, wait a minute. How does he have data on Trunks?
I yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
shit. I'm surprised Team 4 Star didn't do anything with that shot. Have Goku fight back, at least.
These movies always have to start with the characters getting beaten up so the villains
And
can look threatening. Why does he look so bad in that ice? What the fuck?
because it's a reflection, they're not doing all the detail. They don't have. It's not. There's no lining.
It just looks bad.
But we gotta have them get beat up, and then they gotta go Super Saiyan so they can beat them up, and then
See, this movie's
uh,
just the worst at it. at
and
least,
then we
at
gotta
least
have
the
them.
Broly movies do a much better way of hiding these tropes. And same with later movies. They just add enough extra stuff to hide the tropes, so it just doesn't feel as old. But they still have them.
Yeah, all these movies really boil down to family picnic or activity. Uh, Enemy shows up, beats up main characters. Main characters go Super Saiyan. They start winning. Then the enemy powers up and they start winning. But then they ex machina the enemy so that the heroes win.
And this is
The
why
end.
Bio Broly is the best movie.
I like
Also, you
Broly's
can.
Second Coming.
That is my personal favorite. Other than maybe Fusion Reborn. I can't decide between the two.
Because they just bypass pretty much all of the back and forth. It's just basically Broly's beating the shit out of everyone, and
Until the
then
very end.
they ex machina him at the very end.
And that's like the best Ex Machina they've ever done. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I wish Dad were here.
It's such a good scene. This movie is something.
It was good. Him getting ready to go and then hiding back
Where's
down.
my trucker hat?
Red ribbon. Anytime I see Red Ribbon now, I can't help but think of the Dragon Ball Superhero opening animated sequence that is just so amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, Red Ribbon's not really my favorite arc.
No, but it gives me a taste of what a modern adaptation of Dragon Ball could look like if they
Yeah, I feel like
animated
if
it
I
like
read
that.
the manga, I'd probably like Red Ribbon Army more. But the anime
Yeah.
is just way too long about it.
I really like yeah, I kind of like the Red Ribbon arc. I think my personal favorite arc though from Dragon Ball uh I don't know. It's probably just the 23rd Tenkaichi.
That the one with
Uh
Piccolo?
yeah, Piccolo Jr. um
I'd either go with that or maybe the one with Ten Shinhan. I really like the Ten Shinhan fight and that
yeah.
whole arc.
Yeah, but that's my thing with the 23rd Tenkaichi. You get a really good Goku Tien fight and you also get the Piccolo fight, which is also really good. Uh so I don't
Hmm.
know.
Everybody wins in that one.
Because that's like, the Piccolo Daimo arc and then the 23rd Tenkaichi. That's when the characters start having nuclear bombs as key attacks.
Yeah, I also like the King Piccolo arc. It's got
Yeah, King
issues, but I
Piccolo
always like
arc's
it.
pretty good. Yeah. It's always like a shock that one cuz like you just have the standard tournament arc and then it leads immediately into the Piccolo Daimo arc with
Yeah,
fucking Krillin getting murdered. It's so good.
yeah. Outside of like maybe the Saiyan arc, the closest we have to that is, and funny enough, in GT when you get the end of Super Android 17 leading into the Black Star Dragon Balls.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I mean, but that was more superficial than than
I wouldn't
like
really call it
the Saiyan
superficial. I
saga
think
and
it leads in pretty well.
they have like a one teaser image of the Black Star Dragon Balls, like, or of, yeah, them breaking or something, or no, of the Dragon Balls breaking.
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan.
uh is Trunks gonna be the first one to
Oh
remember he
nope, no
has that
Super Saiyan
ability?
yet. All right, never
Nope.
mind. And his sword's been stopped. You know,
Why are his hands so big?
because of this stupid ass trope, we've only ever had a single scene where Trunks was cool with his sword, outside of maybe Super. And I hate it. I hate this trope so much. Because like I always like the idea that Trunks uses a sword because he's no nonsense. He gives himself an edge in combat. Even if it's unfair to give himself a weapon, he's going to use it because he knows he needs to win. I like that. But nothing ever really happens with it.
He's also just better without it, like later on. Just in terms of like his strength, you know.
And I hate that. I want him to always have the sword. It's cool.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like
It's
Goku
just
using
Toriyama couldn't figure
the.
out the way to draw a fight with the sword.
It's also like the same thing with like Goku and the Noibo, because they kind of just gave up on that after a while. Uh, so I don't know. Goku.
Oh, it's just like maybe Goku just kind of grew up and it's like I don't need it anymore.
I mean, I guess, but he's gonna be
If he's
using it
trying,
in
well, if he's
Daima.
always training for like because Daimo is nostalgia pandering. Anyways,
That's
Goku
true.
literally spends all of his time just training for that tournament, getting ready to face Piccolo again. So why would he use the Nyanbu? And at that point, he just kind of forgot about it.
I mean, I guess it kind of would have been cool if Gohan
For
used it.
centuries, I have slept.
For thousands of years, I lay dormant.
Yeah, that.
Who dares disturb my? Oh,
It's you
it's
guys.
you.
Hey, Jeets.
Hey, Jeets. God, I just want to watch a bridge. Why didn't we just do that for this instead?
No, we have to watch the whole movie. We're over halfway through. We're almost done.
Dude, they got the 3D scan of Vegeta. Oh, they're all just pulling from that computer in the basement. That's kind of lame. We actually have no storage in our brains. Goku. This is the longest they've taken to turn Super Saiyan. I'm just saying.
And that's why it's boring.
And then a hen and a hen and Macarena. Man, I'm glad we got Dragon Ball Super Broly so we could have a whole movie that it has an awesome fight scene in an icy wasteland.
All right, now we're at the interesting parts of the fight. Now that we're past the initial brawl of Super Flash. Nope, and now the fight's over. All right, Super Saiyan
It's already done.
time.
Nope. No
So no
Super
Super
Saiyan.
Saiyan. Jesus Christ.
They just refuse to use it. It's like, yeah, I can beat you without it. Okay, now they're going Super Saiyan. Surely. That is the joke in the abridged version. Is like, oh right, Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I keep saying it because they're just not using it.
Vegeta gets to fight the short one because he's short.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I like the Frieza saga designs for all the characters. Vegeta's like only a foot taller than Krillin in that in that arc. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do wish though Vegeta would have changed his outfit after the Frieza arc.
Yeah, I really like his like Boo Saga and End of Z outfits.
I don't really like those as much.
What'd you say?
I'm not as big on those.
Really? I like them.
No, it just looks like he couldn't be bothered to change after leaving the gym.
Well, it kind of it like has the same vibes as his like Saiyan armor, but he's just not wearing the armor anymore,
Yeah,
pretty
so it's lame.
much. Eh, I kind of like it. I think the Saiyan armor is pretty ugly. So,
Oh yeah, Super Saiyan.
hey Gohan, why don't you join us? Oh wait, it hasn't been that far in the arc yet. He can't go Super Saiyan.
That'll be next movie, and it'll be awesome.
Oh yeah, he does get to go Super Saiyan in Broly. That's true.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that movie. I am ready to rave about that movie, but that won't be till next time. For now, we gotta suffer.
I
All
like
right,
how
time for the
Vegeta.
animation to kick in.
I like how Vegeta gave. What was that fucking Star Wars ass fucking wipe?
Speaking of Star Wars,
Oh, dude, me and my girlfriend have been like she's for some reason rewatching Dragon Ball Super currently, and I just happened to join
you
her. And during the Resurrection F arc, there's this shot of like all the defenders of Earth doing their special move on all the fucking uh the Frieza soldiers. So you got Krillin doing his attack that he used on the Cybermen in the Saiyan arc, where he shoots the ki blast up in the air and then drops it all down.
I'm
And
sure it looks
then
awful.
well, it all does look awful, but and then Piccolo does the special beam cannon, and then Tien does the tri beam, and then for some reason Gohan just starts going and starts shooting ki blasts. He doesn't do like a fucking Masenko or
That's funny.
anything. Like even
Because
Roshi
it's
does a
Boo Art Gohan.
Kamehameha.
Boo Art Gohan doesn't have any fighting personality.
True. Well, it's also it's not it's like regressed because he doesn't even have Mystic Gohan anymore.
Well, Mr. Gohan's where he loses all that any flair. Like there's
Well, yeah, but
elements I like of Mr. Gohan, but it pretty much starts and stops at the beginning of his fight with Boo, and as soon as Boo starts whooping his ass, and then all excitement for that character is gone.
yeah,
But like when he first shows up and starts beating the shit out of Boo, that is like one of my favorite scenes in all of Dragon Ball.
yeah, it's like a very like cool moment because it's like he arrives on Earth.
And then
It's all the
Toriyama fucked it up.
it's all the like people from the Saiyan arc other than
Mr. Stark, I don't feel
Goku,
so good.
because it's fucking Krillin, Piccolo are waiting there like and they're desperate, and then Gohan shows up and he's making the save. So it's kind of like a cool callback in that way, and then Gohan's the like hero and he's being all cool and shit, and then fucking he just gets his ass beat because he's a dumbass.
And they won't stop doing that until Superhero, and that's why Superhero is great. Gohan gets to be cool for once.
Gohan gets to get his second victory, um, and it's on another cell.
And we all know that character who died was the actual, hero of the story anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Gamma won.
Yeah. I
I
assume
do
we'll be
like the
watching that
Gammas.
one. I assume we'll be did we talk about this? Are we watching those movies?
Yeah, we can watch Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and then Super Broly and Superhero. I kind of would definitely include those because they're all pretty good. I mean,
But we're
I
not
know
watching Path to Power. Got it.
why not.
I don't know.
Ah, but no, like I would I know Resurrection F gets a lot of shit, but I think it's way better than some of these old Z movies.
No, no.
I think it's way better than this.
I want to
Tree
call
of
it way
Might.
better.
What do you mean?
It's a step above this, but I'd still put it below something like Tree of Might or Lord Slug. I put
I
those
would
higher. I would much
not
rather watch
agree
those.
there. I would not agree there, but whatever. I love that
Rip.
shot. Why has he still not gone Super Saiyan?
He did go Super Saiyan.
Did he? Why is
He
he not
dropped
in
the
Super
because
Saiyan
he dropped the
anymore?
Super Saiyan because it looked cool.
My penis. Oh, hey, Piccolo.
Piccolo, why are you trying?
Green dick is better than blue dick. Oh shit, motherfucker! I am embarrassed to admit that my first exposure to that was through Sonic Shorts.
I've never heard that meme before, so I don't even remember it from Sonic Shorts.
They replaced Piccolo with Scourge, and Sonic is fucking Android 13, and it's just the shot of Piccolo trying to punch
Okay, but where does this
uh
meme come from?
this. It comes from this movie. Piccolo trying to punch the big blue man.
Yeah, I get that, but
It's just
like,
an
who
old
made the
internet
meme?
meme.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know who made fucking Nyan Cat?
Yeah, well, no, I know what Nyan Cat is,
Yeah, you don't know the creator. It's just an old ass meme.
but I just needed you to tell me it was an old ass meme. I didn't know if it came from like Team Four Star or something or what.
Well, Team Four Star references it in
Oh,
the
I'm sure they do.
abridged movie. They have Nail and Kami doing the song from the meme, and Piccolo goes, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And they're just like, "We're trying to amp you up," and then they get hit, and then both Kami and Nail are like, "Oh shit, motherfucker!" as he hits the wall. It's good.
Gotcha. I am watching this. It's dramatic. I have zero fucks.
I haven't even really been paying attention, to be honest.
I just
Like
looked up and I
my
saw
eyes,
Goku making some dramatic last stand, and I'm like, oh, it's okay.
my eyes have like not left the screen. Uh,
But I haven't paid
but
attention.
I don't know what's been happening. We
It's okay. We were prepared for this.
the fuck you doing? I don't know what happened there. Did he deflect the blast or
I think
uh,
he bounced it away or exploded it early, so it didn't fully hit Kiryu.
I'm just saying if Jiren was here, he wouldn't be losing.
Yeah, but I'd be more bored.
He makes the movie worse.
Yeah, he's only good when the animators decide he needs to look cool. Everything else sucks. This has been a very ranty commentary.
Well, it's. I mean, what did you expect? This is not a. This is like one of the worst, if not the worst, Dragon Ball Z movie. Uh, honestly, I would put this. Uh, I would put like Tree of Might like right with this because Tree of Might was
Well,
not
we
good.
also have Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans.
That's not really a full movie, though.
And at least this isn't the worst piece of Dragon Ball material made. You know, Dragon Ball Minus still exists.
I mean, I agree that I think that that Toriyama doing that was not a good idea, but I don't think it's like a bad thing.
No, no, that's a bad thing.
I think this is a bad thing. Uh Especially with Dragon Ball Minus, they have that story included in Broly, and I think it's well done there. So, yeah. It's definitely not my favorite Bardock story, obviously, but
No, I only like the
it's
scenes with Frieza. Everything else sucks.
only like the scenes with Frieza. What about Paragus and the King Vegeta
Well, that stuff
and
doesn't have to do with Dragon Ball Minus now, does it?
yeah, but it's now part of that story. It's just from their perspectives, pretty
I wouldn't
much.
really call it part of that story. It's just kind of latched on.
Yeah, it's now part of that story because they latched it
Nah,
on.
nah.
They told the backstory of all three of the main Saiyans in that movie at the same time because that's the
Yeah,
point of the
Goku's
movie.
was just the worst.
I mean, I can agree, but I still don't think it's bad.
No, it's
I
bad.
mean, you can think that, but why do you think that?
Because it's boring and generic, especially it's mainly hurt. Okay, the main thing that hurts it is because the Bardock Father of Goku special existed, which just had such a much more interesting idea, and felt way more in line with what we knew about Saiyans at the time.
Yeah, but that
Because
doesn't
not every
nec-
character needs to have a perfect origin. I like the ideas of having it being a little muddied. That is the entire point of the Saiyan arc, is Goku going against the entire idea of Saiyans. And it kind of gets hurt when, oh no, his parents did as well. He was always supposed to be a good person. What? No, fuck that. Let him fight against fate. That's better. I don't want it to always be his fate to be a good person. That's dumb. I want to fight against fate because I hate the idea of fate. I don't like it used in
Well, yeah, no,
storytelling.
I agree. Toriyama made some bad decisions with the story,
So therefore, Dragon
but
Ball Minus bad.
that is also just his version of the story.
But his version was bad.
He never told it originally. It was made up by the fucking animation staff. So like it or not, that's the canon story in the series.
Look. I am a Star Wars fan who hates Disney. I could go on all day about this shit.
Yeah, but you know, at least it's not George Lucas coming back and and writing like horrible stuff for it. So I think
That
it's
stuff was way more
marginally.
interesting. Prequels are way better than anything Disney put out.
I don't. I really don't like the prequel movies. So I don't know. I like Revenge of the Sith.
And that movie is significantly better than all the Disney movies. Other
It
than like
is,
Rogue One.
but I
I'll give
think
them props to Rogue One. They did good there.
Phantom Menace is quite meh, and I think Clone Wars
No.
is
Oh
bad.
yeah, Attack of the Clones is worse than Phantom Menace for sure. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Attack of the Clones, not Clone Wars.
Clone Wars
I
is
haven't.
great. We love
I
Clone
have not
Wars.
watched enough Clone Wars to know.
It's okay
So
unless you're really into Star Wars. You don't have to. What's happening? I haven't been paying attention.
Goku
What the
absorbed
fuck is
the
that face?
Goku absorbed the spirit bomb and became
Why did
just
he
a
look like he was
fucking
morphed with Vegeta there for a sec?
because he was really angry. And for some reason the animation staff when they draw angry Goku, they just draw Vegeta's face. Uh it's a problem. Because angry Goku in the manga does not look like Vegeta as much. Goku has his own unique angry face in the manga. Relatively, I think.
Mm.
Because like yeah, like that's an argument a lot of people make online is oh every Dragon Ball character has the same face, but they really don't. They're just using shots that weren't drawn by Toriyama to make that case, which I guess it's definitely a problem in the animation department, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, Toriyama definitely gave each of the characters their own face. You can tell by looking at
Ass.
a hell yeah.
This is why Roshi is the way he is. It's just
This is
Toriyama
why
projecting.
Superhero is the best movie. With that one shot of Bulma.
That was a bit much for me.
No, you're wrong.
Nah, Bulma's not really waifu material for me.
No, you're wrong. It's okay. Somebody break my legs.
Father, you do it. I know you can.
Look at that. Look at Roshi's face there. He was just like, ah.
And the fist jumped.
Dude, that was like an actual fucking like joke I remember like Funimation recorded. Uh cuz they were like sitting there and I remember it was Chris Sabat's Vegeta saying like it's not over till the fist jumps and then going it's over.
That's an outtake Funimation would do. There are some funny
Yeah.
ones. Some other ones that are very questionable in their content, but take it as you will.
Very, very questionable.
Oh, I think the only
Oh,
one we
call
can
me.
mention here is like when Yamcha and Kami's actor started reading a
Oh
Yaoi,
no, it's
the Yaoi fanfic.
well no, it's because it was Popo, Kami, and Yamcha, and aren't they all Chris Sabat?
I don't think they're not all Chris Sabat.
They're not.
No, I don't know if Mr. Popo is the same voice actor too, but I know
Oh, call
Kami and
me.
Yamcha are the same voice actor. But they are not Chris Sabat. Chris Sabat does not voice every character.
Mr. Po, English voice. Okay, that's Christopher Canson. But then he was voiced by Chris Sabat from uh so yeah, Mr. Popo is Chris Sabat. Uh
But he's not Yamcha and Kami.
he's definitely Yamcha. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, he does Yamcha's voice.
Fuck off.
Kami English voice. Oh, look at that. It's Christopher Sabat.
God damn it. Alright.
I was right.
Fine. I'll take the L.
I knew for sure he was Yamcha
Look,
because
I'm okay losing because for the next two movies, we're going to be watching English dub and US soundtrack because I'm forcing it. And it's going to be awesome.
I can't even like remember the Japanese soundtrack from this movie.
I can't remember the Japanese soundtrack from any of the movies or the show. It's
You
generic.
yeah, fucking dun 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 dun.
Fuck off. The openings do not count.
Yeah, it's a leitmotif throughout all of fucking Dragon Ball. He
That
has
all right, dude. Little secret here. And I'm not proud of this, but I watched almost all of Dragon Ball without the sound on.
why? What the fuck? What
Dude,
is
I
wrong
barely
with
ever had
you?
time to watch it, so I would only because I watched this during like my first year of college, and I would only ever watch it while like eating. You remember that food court? But I didn't have like the volume on. I didn't have earbuds, so I would just sit there and read the subtitles.
Oh my god. That's horrendous. Anyways, that was fucking Android 13. I'm done. We'll see you guys next time.